Hey, Dan Coachman along with Lou Marston here for NorCal Sports Network with a trade for the San Francisco Giants. They have just traded, as it was reported by Jeff Passan, Taylor Rogers to the Cincinnati Reds, freeing the Giants of $11 million off the salary books. So before we get into that, let us thank our sponsor of this video. That would be Chapman Law Group. Chapman Law Group. Check them out in the description of this video or give them a call at 415-613-9483. Chapman Law Group. They can help you with all your legal needs, personal injury, documents, whatever the need is, give them a call. All right, Lou, Giants get rid of Taylor Rogers, the lefty, not the sidewinder. So now he's off to Cincinnati. That frees $11 million. Could this be just a salary dump, or is this to sign maybe a Pete Alonso now that you have more money available?
I think it's for something in the future because, as you know, this morning they didn't get Kim, so that's money. Maybe if they were going to sign Kim, they would have had. Now they free up. I think it was 11.7 million. So say between 11 and 12 million. But the problem is, here's the problem that I don't like. If they're doing as a dump, we now have one lefty. That's it. One lefty on our 40-man roster. You can't win with only one. And the other thing is, it's what's his name? Eric
Miller?
Who's our lefty? Yeah, Eric Miller. That's it. Miller. He's a starter, and then he comes in for one. But we now have nobody for late innings. You can't win with an all right-hand bullpen. So if they are doing this to dump and they don't go after someone like Pete, I've completely lost faith in our new GM. And I don't think Buster knows what the hell he's doing. That's my personal opinion, because you don't get rid of a lefty. If it was a righty, I'd understand, but you can't go into a season with only one lefty. That's my personal opinion. What do you think, Dan?
Yeah, I'm looking here at their roster, their 40-man roster. Eric Miller is the lefty in the bullpen. Taylor Rogers now moved on. I'm looking to see if any other lefties are there. And no. They have on the 40-man roster right now, you got Beck, Birdsong, Bivens, Black, Duvall, all righties. Harrison, a starter, a lefty. Hicks, a tweener, whatever, he's a starter, bullpen, righty. Jelly, righty. McDonald's a righty. Eric Miller, you mentioned, is the lefty. Carson Ragsdale is a righty. Robbie Ray, a starter, a lefty. Randy Rodriguez, a righty. Tyler Rogers, a righty. Roop, Carson Seymour, Justin Verlander, Ryan Walker, Logan Webb, Keaton Wynn, all righties. One lefty, as you mentioned. That is what the Colorado Rockies have done in the past, have one lefty, and the Diamondbacks had that a few years ago. It's easy to defeat a team because all you do is you bring up in this key situation all these right-handers, and you know that the team can't, especially if they've already used them, they can't bring any more lefties. So a lefty is going to either have to come as a non-roster guy that makes the team or some type of trade again. So, yeah,
especially with that new rule where you got to pitch three pitchers. If he comes in to begin the inning, you got to do three batters. It's big. So, like I said, first of all, I don't know what we got for him, but, the more I think about it, it's got to be something in the future, especially with Kim this morning. If not, I have no faith in these Giants guys at all. Maybe they're trying to do it so they finish dead last. They realize they can't compete and it's getting worse. And why not try to save as much money as possible? And if they use the excuse, we're saving maybe for next year. There is no next year. There's only two guys worth anything. And we know, being the Giants, we're not going to get them. So, Dan, I'm starting to really lose faith.
You're referring to Kyle Tucker and Vladdy Guerrero Jr., who will be free agents at the end of the 25 season.
Yeah, correct.
So, I think this move, you'd have to think that this move is for a bigger purpose. Why would you just get rid of, they tried to unload him last year. And
I agree, and nobody
they put him on waivers.
Yeah, on waivers.
Are they going to go after a Pete Alonso in a surprise move and say, okay, now we have the money freed up? I mean, you can also free up another $9 million if you moved off of Yaz. Don't understand their thinking. We'll see what this turns out to be, but I think if this is a salary dump and only, then that's really bad move. I got to believe they're going to sign somebody, Lou. I whether that's Jack Flaherty to add to the pitching rotation, and then maybe they use some of these other guys to trade away to pick up pieces, whether Harrison could be dealt off in a move to bring in a bat. Maybe they don't want to go Pete Alonso. Maybe they move off of Yaz and Harrison and they pick up, I don't know, a Luis Robert or something along those lines, and they get a strong bat, or they go after a Sandy Alcantara and they need more money. There's got to be something beyond just a salary dump. I can't sit here and say that they're going to just do a salary dump. But if they do, Lou, and they don't add anybody before opening day, if they do not add a top of the rotation starter or a big bat that can carry a team, then this is the Giants crying uncle and saying, but it makes no sense because you signed Chapman and Adames. So I don't know. That's why I got to believe something's coming, because you don't go sign Chapman and Adames and say, we're rebuilding. You just don't do that. So I'm expecting something further to come behind this. And let us know what you guys think in the comments below. We read the comments. We will respond to as many as possible. Is this a move for the Giants adding, or is this just them getting further and further under the payroll tax? Lou, final words as we close out.
I'm just a little bit worried because it is a dump. Duvall off a miserable second half last year. You got Ryan Walker now as your stopper. It puts a lot of pressure on those two, especially now that you don't have the lefty. So, the Giants bullpen, got hit. Hopefully they have a plan, but if not, we just took a major hit. So instead of 79 wins, the total is going to go down because you don't have a lefty, and it's going to get worse before it gets better, Dan. That's my personal opinion.
There we go.
Unless they have something up their sleeve.
They got it. Yeah. You cannot enter the season with one left-hander in the bullpen. You just can't. And you can't enter a bullpen with one righty. I mean, you just got to have a little bit of a balance. So we'll see where this ends, guys. Thanks for watching NorCal Sports Network. We put out videos when there's content that's happening, anything and everything around Bay Area sports and nationally when it's big news. So keep it right here, tuned to NorCal Sports Network. We appreciate you watching, and catch us on the next one. Thanks again, everybody. Have a great one.